Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are looking at the best midfielders endgame in FC25. This is solely going to be centre mid, cam and CDMs. This doesn't tailor to left mids and right mids. If you do want that video, I can do it. Just smash the like button, it'll let me know that you want that video. As always, if you do enjoy this video, drop a like, it lets me know that you're enjoying the content. Comment down below if you use any of these players or who is actually in your main team. And if you want to stay up to date with the channel and the content, press on that subscribe button. It's free and it helps me out in the long run on the road to 1,000 subs. With this as well, I am excluding SBC cards, so I know the likes of the Pedris and those sort of cards will be there. Obviously Pedri is on this list as an exception, but it's more so tailored that evolution of him could be a good option as well. So if we do start off with the Pedri card, I'm going to put this card straight up into the top meta. He has everything that you kind of want with a centre mid. The fact that he's got the incisive, the tiki-taka, as well as the intercept and anticipate means that he can do a good job defensively as that CDM, but he can also do a good job in linking the play from CDM to your centre mids or to your wingers. If we do go take a look at him, this card obviously when he came out as an SBC was 153k to do. If you didn't do him, you have missed him unfortunately. But he has got the silver long ball, the technical, the rapid and quick step, so it means he's a little bit faster. He's got the relentless, he's got the first touch and press prover, so he does turn very well in game. My best advice if you want a card similar to him would be go and pick up maybe his team of the season, or if you did any of his player of the months or honourable mentions, grab those cards and just go and evo them, because you'll be able to make him very, very similar. He's a very, very good card in game, but I do think he's up there as one of the top meta midfielders this year. Next up on the list, we're going to go to Luxefc. The reason I've put his left back card in is because he does have a centre mid footy, same again, was an SBC. However, his team of this season moments can go into an Evo and he can play centre mid. The reason he's usable, same again, he doesn't have any other passing play styles that you kind of want on your CDMs, your centre mid and your cam, but he does offer you that versatility that if you need a left back he can play there and do a job, but he also has the Evo potential, so if you could Evo him, I'd put him up into the meta category, but at the moment he's just unusable. Next up we do have Mia Hamm. I am going to put her in the meta category. I've used this card for a fair bit if I'm being honest. I do enjoy the card, it's very, very good. For some reason she can play right back as well, but I don't recommend playing her there because she's a bit small. Playing her as that middle centre middle cam, very, very good if I'm being honest. She's got the intercept, which helps as well when it comes to if you're boxing someone in, she could possibly nick the ball off of them. But she does have the tiki-taka, pinged and incisive plus. She is 5-star, 5-star as well. She can do a job if you needed her to drop deep as well as just playing that centre mid role. She's very, very good in game. I highly recommend if you haven't given this card a go, do so. Next up is going to be Hullet. Every year he is one of the go-to midfielders, so he is going straight into top meta. This card's an absolute unit. He can shoot from distance with the finesse shot. He's got incisive, pinged and tiki-taka again. Can link up the play in the midfield as well, spread the ball out wide to your left wings, right wings and striker, as well as he's got aerial, so he shouldn't lose the ball too many times. When it comes to his price, obviously he is 4.2 million. He is quite expensive and there are much different options that you could have. However, if you want the best, he is the best. You can't go wrong with him. If you did do his 94 on this day icon, GG's, because you have been able to Evo it. Same again, if you can get any other version and Evo the card, especially in the last month or so, you're going to have a bit of fun with him. You can make this card very, very similar and pro for half the price just by Evoing him. That's the beauty of the Evos. If you want the top meta cards, you can create them with the evolutions. You just have to get the right chains with them. But like I said, this card's very, very good. He has got the power head, he's got aerial, so you can abuse him off the corners. If he does go forward as well, he's got the low driven, the rapid and finesse to go past players. Very, very, very good. You can't go wrong with this card at all. Casillas is shapeshifter. Same again, I'll put him in the usable category. The thing that lets this card down is he's definitely tailored to CDM, but he does have technical plus. You don't really need technical on your centre mids. You kind of want it to have incisive, tiki-taka, those sort of passing play styles, possibly the long ball like he has for a CDM. Anticipate's good to have on a CDM, but his defending's a little bit low, only being 85. So this card is tailored more, so if you're going to play maybe a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-1-1, then you'd probably benefit using him a bit more in those regards. This is hands down the best centre mid in the game. It is the footies Perlo. The fact this card's got 99 dribbling, 99 passing, the 96 shooting, 95 pace, but he's also got all the best passing play styles, same again, incisive, pinged, tiki-taka, long ball for the first time over the tops, as well as intercept. He's going to do a job no matter where you play him in the three positions. When it comes to his price, same again, it's 2.8 million, but unfortunately I don't believe there's a better centre mid. The fact that he's got Trickster, which means he can do the fake shot, which will turn him a bit better, the first touch, quick step to get away from the defenders as well. Press proven will help him, even though he's got 99 dribbling, same again. Press proven will just help him be a bit more agile when protecting the ball. Obviously he's got dead ball, which will be handy off the free kicks and corners. So if you have got him in your team, make sure he is on those, and anticipate will benefit him as well. He's going to win the ball a bit better in the midfield, especially with tackling. This card's an absolute joke, even when looking at the stats. This may be one of the best centre mids that we've had in the FC for a long time, even on the FIFAs. I highly recommend, if you got the coins, go and do this and get him. Or if he goes back into packs, I would rinse and repeat the 85 times 10s, those sort of things, to try and get this card, because you won't be disappointed with him at all. Next up on the list, I've got Frank Lampard. I'm going to put him in the usable category. I think he is quite good. Him having the press proven kind of hinders a card as a plus, because it is very similar to the silver one. So I'd definitely substitute that out for maybe a pinged pass or a tiki-taka. But if you're playing him at cam, I do think he'd do a good job. He can play the through ball, and if you do get the long shot, he's got the finesse shot, and if you do get him in the box, he's got the low driven plus. That is going to benefit him, especially if you do like sending your cams and centre mids on runs. If he does get into those positions, he should score. Not really much more to say. I think he's a good card. I think if you're running a Chelsea past and present, I think I might end up running one next year, especially with the way the gauntlet's going to be. I do think he's a very good card. Bit of fun as well, so I do think he's usable. Enzo Fernandez for a CDM position. Think again, usable. Problem with this card is he is extinct at the moment, so that's why I'm only putting him in usable. Possibly could be a meta category, but only 3 playstyles at this stage of the game, where most players have 4 playstyles or 5 playstyle pluses. I think this is where this card lacks. Anticipate's brilliant, especially to play the CDM role. Him having incisive and long ball will be beneficial as well. I think he just misses maybe having the intercept plus or the tiki-taka and pinged. Rashford again, I think he's a usable card. I think he's a very fun card to use. Technical, same again, you don't need it on a midfielder. Pinged is very good. Long ball will be alright. And then anticipate, same again, be beneficial if you're trying to win the ball, if you're playing like a 4-3-3, 4-5-1, those sort of formations. But if you want him to play CDM, you kind of want him to have the intercept plus or another passing play style if you're going to play him through the middle. Just remember with this card, as much as he's cheap on the market, we are getting his Barcelona transferred card footies from the season pass if you get to level 30, I believe it is, in which most people will probably try that card out and use him, and it might be one of the better wingers in the game. Zaire Emery's road to the final card, same again, I think he's usable. Incisive is brilliant, Anticipate will help him a little bit. Press proven again, he's still lacking, he's missing a few of the passing playstyles that he need. However, I do think he could be a good option if you want a bit of fun again. Thuram, I think he's meta. This footies card is very good. All 90 plus stats, like everything. He's definitely more suited as a CDM. He's not going to be there to link up the play too much. He's just win the ball, spread the play to your fullback or into your centre mid or cam, and then away you go. Ping pass on your CDM's brilliant, and then he's got bruiser, so he will barge people out the way. Intercept, which is brilliant, and also anticipate. I do think this card is up there, one of the better CDMs in the game. Obviously, I've got the likes of the Mateus, which came as an SBC, or from the Cup, sorry. You've got the Pedri, which was an SBC that can play that role, etc. But for one on the market, I do think he is a good cheap alternative. Same again, João Neves, I think he's up there in the meta category. Incisive and tiki-taka on a centre mid that can play CDM as well is great. Intercept's brilliant, he will win the ball, he's got the 91 defending as well, with good reactions. First touch will be okay, especially if you're playing more attacking. However, I would substitute that for possibly something like a long ball, maybe an Anticipate, just to help him out in the middle. So next up on the list we have got Scott McTominay. I'm going to put him straight into the meta category again. The fact that he has intercept and long ball and incisive I think is brilliant. He will offer the through balls down the wing and to spread the play. Obviously he has got intercept plus as well, which is brilliant for a CDM. He's quite tall in game as well if we do go take a look at him. He's only coming in at 24.5k at the moment. Obviously he can play CDM, which is where he's going to be played. So tiki-taka as a silver, which is brilliant. Anticipate, which is brilliant. Press proven will help him as well because he may feel a little bit clunky. That should help with that. Aerial will be good as well because he is quite tall. Like I said, he is coming in at 6'4" as a CDM. It's quite big. 5-star weak foot and also low driven. So same again, if he does get far forward and you push him up, or if it's off a corner and it drops to him, you know he's going to score a goal or two for you because he's got some shooting play styles. Not a bad option. Definitely a viable one if you don't have the Vieiras, Hullets. So next up we have got Vitinha. I'm going to put him straight into the top meta category. I think this card's one of the best centre mids, if not cam, in the game. Him having pinged and tiki-taka just helps link up all the play between your wingers, attackers and your CDMs. But you can also win the ball, as also he has low driven, which means if he is in through on goal, he's going to score them. The fact he's got the 99 dribbling as well, and he's so small in game, he does turn very, very quick, which does catch a lot of people out. I think he's a very, very usable card, very fun card as well, and I do think he's up there as one of the go-to midfielders if you needed one. Whereas Pateas, I'll put her in the meta category. I think she's one of the better cards all year. However, I do think the thing that lets this card down is for some reason her finesse shots doesn't actually feel very good. I had her for a while and I did notice that for some reason it's like it's not programmed right. However, her incisive through balls are brilliant. Tiki Taka's very, very good with her. And the fact if you get a one-on-one, same again, the low driven plus is going to benefit you in the long run, especially one-on-one with that being the meta go-to. Isaac, for example, as well, he's going to go into usable category. I think he's a very, very good card. He's got incisive, he's got pinged and tiki-taka. Potentially, I would put him in the meta category. The only thing that kind of holds him back a tiny bit is that he's got technical. If he had some form of maybe intercept or anticipate, those sort of things, or bruiser, for example. He seems to be a bit of a problem at times if you give him the space. However, you close him down very quickly. He doesn't offer too much. However, I do think he's a very, very good card. Park Ji-sung, I'm going to put him straight in the bin if I'm being honest. I don't think this card's very good. He has two play styles for this stage of the game. He's a centre mid. He doesn't need rapid and he doesn't need technical. If anything, incisive and tiki-taka is great. What this card could do with is having some form of intercept, anticipate, bruiser, possibly jockey or block, those sort of defensive play styles to help him as a plus, on top of maybe a ping pass or a finesse shot, so he offers a little bit more in game, even a Travella. Rapid is more so tailored to your wingers because those are the ones that you're going to be sprinting away from defenders, whereas in the middle, you need those passing play styles to allow the play to link up, which he just doesn't offer really. And this stage of the game, him only technically having the two play styles, I don't think is good enough at all. Third to last, we have got Shapeshifters Marquinhos. I'm going to put him in the top meta category again. This card offers so much. He's got all the best passing play styles, and on a CDM, that is what's beneficial. If we do go take a quick look at him, so he only comes in at 28,000 coins, which I don't think is a bad price at all for this card. The fact that he's got 4 of the best passing play styles, I think is brilliant. He's got finesse shots, so he can take the odd long shot. Him having intercept and anticipate silvers is brilliant, as well as aerial and press proven. He is 6 foot in game, he's got 99 passing. I think to link the play and spread the ball out wide and so forth, he is one of the go-to options. I do think a lot of people use him in the EWC and those sort of competition with the pros. I think he's up there as one of the contenders to be a good partnership with Hulle, Mateus, possibly the Pirlo as well, having all those sort of plays with tiki-taka. It's going to be very, very difficult to get the ball off of you. Second to last, we've got Camavinga. I think this card straight up is top meta. And I do think he just offers a lot of game. I like the versatility of him. He offers the left back position. He has got rapid, so if you did want him to overlap, he's going to offer a fair amount as well. He can Travella. He's got intercept and anticipate, which is brilliant, and incisive. So if he is linking the play with your left winger, so to speak, you can play the through ball once you get him going. The other thing as well, because he can drop into that midfield position, is if you get a red card or something like that, he can slot there and then you can just sub someone on, which I think is brilliant as well. I think the only thing this card possibly misses is having Bruiser Plus. If he had Bruiser Plus, he'd be up there as probably one of the better left backs in the game as well. But obviously Teo Hernandez kind of takes that role. I do think he is up there as a very, very good player though, so don't get twisted. I do think if you've got the coins or you want to try him out, give him a go. Finally on the list, you got Aitana Bonmati. I think she's up there as meta. I don't think she's top meta this year. She's got great playstyles in the pinged and tiki-taka. Quick step's great, but same again, unless you're going to abuse a speed boost with her and play her as the cam roll behind the striker, you're not really going to notice it. Her having finesse shots brilliant as well, and the first touch will allow her to control the ball a little bit better to link up the play. But this is what I would say are the top meta usable cards. Obviously, like I said at the start, it is excluding SBC cards because if they've expired and you haven't done them, it's a difficult one. If there's cards that you wanted on this list, possibly look at the evos of them or let me know in the comments down below, like I said, and I'll catch you in the next one.